discuss about the electrical power generation. So before going to the electrical power generation, so first, what is the necessity for generating the power? So in today's situation, everything we are dealing is running on the electricity. So day by day, the requirement of the electric power is increasing. So because of the industries, in the domestic purpose, the commercial purpose, okay, even in the automobile industry. Earlier days, everything was used to be running on the steam power plants. Now, everything, the industries, the railways, so everything is running under the electrical power. So, for generating power, we need certain things. Okay. This generation of electrical power, we are having different ways. Okay, some already we are using. Okay, these are conventional methods for producing the electrical power, and some other things newly we are introducing. These are the non-conventional methods of producing the electrical power. So the conventional electrical power, generally, first we will deal with the thermal power. So the thermal power of is converted into the mechanical power, and that mechanical power we are using it for rotating the turbines, and in turn we are generating the power. So in this thermal power, there will be different sections. Okay, so we can produce this thermal power with the help of the coal, with the help of the gas, with the help of the diesel. Okay, with the help of the nuclear power. So with the help of the geothermal energy, okay, that is the what the steam which is stored in the layers of the earth. So we are using that energy to generate the rotate the turbine and generate the power. Okay. So and recently we are using this under thermal energy. We are using the wastage. The wastage from the cities. We are burning it. The biomass. We are burning it, and that energy we are using to convert into the electrical power. So the conventional methods were the nuclear and coal. These are the conventional and geothermal energy. So newly we are trying to generate with the help of the biomass. So this is the thermal energy. So anywhere for generating the power, the first thing is we have to rotate the turbine. We have to rotate the turbine. So the other major thing which we were using to generate the power, electrical power, is the hydro. So anywhere in India also, the majority of the power demand is met with the thermal energy and hydro energy. So that means hydropower means, so we are constructing the dams, we are selecting the catchment areas, we are constructing dams for the proper head, and that potential energy is used for the water when it is falling from the dam to the gates. So that energy we are using to rotate the turbines, and we are generating the power. So these are the major things which comes under the traditional methods, that is conventional energy sources. Next, newly so many energy sources were found majorly to meet the demand of the power, meet the demand of the power. So these are the solar energy. In the solar energy, there are two types are there: photovoltaic and solar thermal energy. So whenever the sunlight falls on the solar cells, so the electrons get energized and they will move, and the electricity is collected there. And the other thing is the we will use the reflectors to reflect this solar energy on a tank, and because of this concentration of the solar energy, okay, we will use very big reflectors, heliostatic plants. Will take so much. It will take so much of area for generating the solar thermal energy. So the water in the tank will get heated and it will be converted to steam. That steam in turn is used to rotate the turbines. Okay. So these are the things which are going to run in the solar energy. And the next major thing is the wind energy. So in the wind energy, we are catching the potential of the wind, okay, to rotate the turbines. And other thing is tidal energies and wave energies. All these are upcoming technologies for which we are using to meet the increasing demand. So first we will go to the hydroelectric power generation. So this hydroelectrical power generation means, so we need the water. With the help of the water, with the help of the rivers, we are using the we are able to generate the power. So this power will be dependent on the hydrological cycle. So depending on the availability of the water, depending on the availability of the water, we will be able to generate the power. So this water is dependent on the hydrological cycle. So hydrological cycle. So that means this is the cycle in which the water is getting evaporated. Again, it is returning to the earth. It is going to the rivers. Okay. Again, it is reaching to the oceans. It is stored in the underground. Okay. It is evaporating directly and indirectly in the form of leaves. Okay. So, but the total amount of water is same. So, the hydroelectric power is created by using the energy from the moving water. Okay. And the water motion is governed by the hydrologic cycle. So, it is interesting to note that the hydropower can be seen as a derivation of the solar energy because solar energy controls the Earth's hydrological cycle. So, not only this hydrological cycle, the wind energy is also dependent on the indirectly dependent on the solar energy. Okay. In the hydrological cycle, the atmospheric water reaches the Earth's surface as precipitation. So some of this water evaporates and return to the atmosphere, but much of it is either absorbed into soil and transferred to the surface. Okay. So this hydrological cycle, before going to, constructing a dam for different purposes, majorly for electrical, agriculture, and drinking water purposes. So we need to understand this hydrological cycle, okay, how it is going to work. Okay. So this hydrological cycle, also we can call it as H2O. Okay. So this is stored in different stages, that is in the biosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere. So the total water will be the same. The water will be evaporating into water vapor, vapor condensing to become water, water freezing to ice, ice melting to water. So this is the cycle. So again, the water in the ocean will be evaporated and it will be stored in the atmosphere and it will be coming back into the different forms in the form of the rain, form of the ice. All these things we will see. Okay. The hydrological cycle mainly consists of different things, that is evaporation, transpiration, sublimation, condensation, precipitation, runoff, infiltration, and percolation, groundwater flow. So the evaporation. So whenever the sun raises touch the surface of the ocean, it will get evaporated and it will move into the air or into the atmosphere. Okay, so that is in that it will come into the earth after condensation. Okay, the transpiration, this is another type of evaporation. So not only in the oceans or in the water bodies, okay, on the earth, the other type of evaporation occurs, that is through the plants. The plants absorb the water during this process of the photosynthesis. Okay, so it absorbs the energy from the sun, and the water in the plant from the leaves is going to evaporate into the atmosphere. So this is also comes under the evaporation. Okay, this is the sublimation where the ice is okay. Water directly from a solid to gaseous state without ever entering the liquid state. So the ice is directly converted into the water vapor. So that we are calling it as the sublimation. This is the another method in this hydrological cycle. Okay, the condensation. Everybody know the water in the atmosphere will get condensed to the dust particles and it will reach the Earth's surface. Okay, as precipitation. So that water in the atmosphere will reach the Earth in different forms, in the form of the air, in the form of the snow, in the form of the sleet, in the form of the hail. So the runoff. So whenever the rain falls on the earth, the soil is having the capacity to absorb. So if the excess water after absorption will will move as the small rivers and move towards the ocean. So infiltration. So the water which is being absorbed into the earth, again it will be stored under the earth's surface, and it will move to the rivers or ocean. The process in which the water is absorbed in the soil of an area by the downward momentum. So runoff which is opposite to the infiltration. So it will move from the under the earth towards the water bodies or to the ocean. Okay. So groundwater discharge. So whenever the water which is stored in the ground, okay, is what that is held in the cracks and pores places below the ground. This water can be tapped by water supply wells and continue moving below the ground until it eventually remains to the surface. So the water which is stored in the earth surface, below the surface of the earth, okay, this we are using for a different purpose. So here that is the groundwater discharge. So here the process of hydrological starts with majorly it starts from the oceans. So ocean is the major body where a large body of water. So majority of evaporation, the water comes from the oceans. Okay. So that is ultimately reached to the earth, and that the runoff rivers where we are constructing the dams. Okay, so there we are catching that potential of that water, and we are using the for our generation purpose. Okay, so this in this diagram you can observe so how the process is from the oceans to the surface of the earth, to the ground, into the ocean, to the runoff rivers reaching from the surface of the earth and under the surface of the earth to reaching to the ocean. So if we are able to understand this hydrological cycle properly, and then we can understand about the hydropower station, hydropower energy.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.